studies that do show that how you voted in the 2016 referendum is not just what you think about Europe, it's about a values question, about how you see the world, you see the economy, and you see your politics. And Mr. Cummings has decided that the Tories have to become the real Brexit party, because if they don't, the Remain votes will go to Labour and the Liberal Democrats. But in those Northern and Midlands constituencies that voted Leave, the question is, there's a lot of pathological hatred towards the Tories in those seats, going back to Margaret Thatcher and deindustrialisation and indeed austerity in more recent years. The question is, does the sheer force of Brexit and Mr. Johnson break those bonds? And the Brexit party, for people like Nicola Soames and a lot of other moderate conservatives, they would be politically hungry.
BBC News.
Hello, have I made an introduction today? I don't think I have. It's 1:20 in the afternoon and it's a Saturday. I've just plugged in the flash drive because I've got some footage on there for yesterday's vlog. So I'm going to commence editing. Oh, I had the laptop on the sofa, but I haven't reconnected the mouse. Right, let's kick off the video editor. I've just switched off the laptop. I uninstalled DaVinci Resolve because I thought I'd try Shotcut, an open source video editor, because it was completely free and that meant all the functionality would be there that might not necessarily be there on a free version of an alternative editor such as DaVinci Resolve. However, it was reconverting video clips and took up too much RAM on my desktop, and I ended up with only 111 megabytes of memory left. So I was in a critical position. I was getting the swing of it. I was finding all the keyboard shortcuts to do an edit, and although there was problems playing back in reverse and the view of the playback was a bit suspect, everything else seemed to tick along nicely. But I've had no choice but to uninstall it, do a PC cleanup and an optimization, and now a shutdown, because I just couldn't use it. I was running out of memory. I thought I could use the flash drive, but it was too large for that as well, and it's 128 gigabytes. So as I say, I've had to uninstall Shotcut. The PC has now had a few seconds rest, so I'm going to start it up again and install DaVinci Resolve and start on yesterday's video. I've been editing away in DaVinci Resolve, and just like before, it just stopped and shut down on me. So I'm resorting to doing more cleanups and more optimizations of the hard drive. Then I'm going to shut down, restart and try again. The time is 20 to 6. Now I haven't been editing that long. Once DaVinci Resolve was reinstalled, I started to edit, and then I felt really tired. My eyes were heavy. I felt really tired. I don't know why. So I stopped and started watching YouTube. Something on DaVinci Resolve, funny enough. And I wasn't falling asleep, but I was sort of nodding off here and there. And then I shook myself and went in the bathroom and freshened up. And then started editing. I just don't know what the times were, but so after I freshened up, I went into DaVinci, started editing, and it was going okay, you know. Then suddenly it just shuts down. So I don't know why. Even now my eyes are heavy. Oof. Right, so it's back up now. I'm going to open up or start DaVinci Resolve and try again. So I got to the point in the video where I stopped in Shotcut, in the Shotcut editor. As I said before, I liked it because it's a free version, completely free. DaVinci is not completely free. It's free, but they've held back on a few things, because there's a studio version which has everything, and you have to fork out £300 for that. Or was it $300? So, but with Shotcut, it's completely open. It's written by, I think, Linux people, programmers who have an open source, who like to develop something for free and keep building and building, which is a good idea because then you have all the functionality. And I mean, one day it'll be as smooth as DaVinci, but until then it's quite hard to look at. It's hard to rewind. When you play back in reverse, it's very slow, so you don't hear the words in reverse. And then of course if it finds clips, because I shoot on 2 different devices and they're at different, no, that's not even an excuse. I have one device that shoots on different frame rates, variable frame rates, and when it detects that, it tries to convert it, and because it's creating another file, I'm saving it to the hard drive, and it's not in megabytes, it's in gigabytes, so it's zapped up all my RAM just like that. So I couldn't use it. I was getting used to the shortcut, so I was really getting to a flow, but it was taking up too much resource and quickly. I only had about 300 odd megabytes left to work on. So I thought, okay, I'll move it on to the flash drive, which has 128 gigabytes, and of course it was too big for that as well. So I had no choice but to uninstall it and reinstall DaVinci, and DaVinci's brilliant. Doesn't have all the things I wanted, but it's enough to edit with, enough to create the final version, although admittedly it does hold back on some graphic drivers, graphic performances, which you can see in YouTube when it's compressed or decompressed. But that's life until, I mean, I'm sure one day cut shot would be, I don't know, but we'll see. So I'm back on DaVinci, and having said all that, DaVinci has loaded, and I'm going to carry on. Just finished the edit. I went over to the export page, and I thought, I know I was going to do the YouTube preset, but I thought I would do a bit more research, and I did. And I thought, okay, I'll do another modification. I won't do 3 times. Anyway, some KBS setting. So anyway, I did a third attempt at the modification to the preset. Although it's not a preset, it's a customization of the export settings, and it was all going well, and then I clicked add to queue and then start the export. I started the export, and then it shut down on me. So now I'm about to log back in again, wait 80 seconds for the software to load, delete the file off the corrupt file of the desktop, and then try again. And the time now is 7:15 in the evening. I'm too tired to go for a drive. I'm not all there. Bizarre that. Suddenly extra lethargic than usual. Anyway, I'll let you know how I get on later. And it's time for chili con carne on toast with coffee. That'll perk me up. Well, it's not a percolated coffee, it's instant coffee straight out of a jar. Okay, it's shut down again as soon as I hit export. I think I need to restart it. I think I need to do another clean up, optimization, another restart, open software, and export again. It crashed again, and I think I know why. It's a technical thing. I wanted to export it at 30 frames per second instead of 24, and that's because I thought if I export it at 30 instead of 24, things like the traffic lights that are, or neon lights that are blinking sort of animatedly would look more natural under 30 frames per second instead of 24. So I was persistently exporting to that setting and it didn't work. So I changed it back to 24, hit export, and it's currently exporting fine at the moment. So now at 7 to 8 in the evening, I'm about to have chili con carne on toast, finally.